And wealth is not the good we are seeking, for it is merely useful and for the sake of something else. What is that something else? What ultimately matters to people's well-being? Amartya Sen and Martha Nussbaum, two contemporary worldly philosophers, argue that what matters to people is the real freedoms they enjoy to lead a fulfilling life with dignity. Sen elaborated a theory of what this meant, articulating freedom as capabilities, the range of choices that individuals have to do the things they value and be whom they want to be. He proposed that the evaluation and comparison of individual well-being and of social arrangements should focus on an assessment of capabilities. Moreover, he argued that the expansion of capabilities that effectively expand freedoms is the purpose of development and the priority objective of public action. Nussbaum further argues that some essential capabilities, such as being able to go to school and to access clean drinking water, are entitlements, core elements of a just society, and fundamental political and social priorities that ought to be guaranteed in every national constitution. Failures to secure these essential capabilities are human rights abuses. Taking this abstract concept forward, what are the concrete freedoms that our economic, social, and political institutions of governance are obligated to provide? Nussbaum has her list of 10 essential capabilities. Sen points out the importance of instrumental freedoms in 5 areas: social opportunities, economic facilities, transparency guarantees, protective security, and political liberties. But he desists from offering a list, saying that it is not up to him to decide but for societies to draw up their own lists through a process of democratic consultation. Each of us might draw up a somewhat different list, but there are certain freedoms that would likely show up on all of our lists, and which also show up on Nussbaum's list. These are the freedoms that would be essential to all people, regardless of their cultural traditions, religion, gender, age, or life situation. In 1948, the UN General Assembly adopted such a list, reflecting the consensus of a global community recommitted to promoting fundamental human rights in the wake of the horror of the Holocaust and the decimation of World War II. Drawn up by representatives from countries of the East, West, North, and South, after much debate and consultation, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, articulates a list of essential rights that provide substantive meaning to the abstract notion of human freedom. The UDHR has since been augmented by many more specific international human rights treaties and instruments, giving greater content and meaning to these human rights principles. Surely the rights articulated in the UDHR offer an important yardstick for measuring human progress. If by progress we mean not simply rising production and consumption, but improving human well-being and the real freedoms that people enjoy. Social and Economic Rights, a Universal Political Project. The UDHR, in its 30 articles, lists fundamental and universal economic, social, cultural, civil, and political rights. Subsequent treaties and legal instruments outline specific norms that have achieved international political consensus, not merely lists that are made by one expert or one country. They reflect consensus standards that apply universally in all countries, guaranteeing the equal rights of individuals. They elaborate those essential freedoms that should be guaranteed in the Constitution.